Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Monday Motivation. Get Motivated with Misha. First of all, before I get to the topic at hand, I do just want to say I am loving all these little trinkets that you can get for your cell phone stands. I now have a Bluetooth like trigger so I can take pictures and not actually have my phone in my hand as well as record. So I'm super excited about that. Like you literally can find anything on Amazon. Like I love it. So today we're going to talk about creating opportunities, right? So today's postcard basically stated that you create your opportunities by asking for them, right? But not only just asking for them, even if you ask and someone says no, you can still create your own opportunities, right? So first off, you have to not be scared and go into situations knowing that it could go either way. There's a 50-50 chance that someone could say yes or no, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask for it, right? So for instance, you're working your job and they create a position. For instance, they create a position that you think that you'd be perfect for. Well, just because you don't feel like you will get the position, or you don't feel like it's something that they will think you're qualified for, why wouldn't you still go for it? Okay. So I actually have a personal story to tie to that. I remember my first job out of college, my first corporate job. I was working at a company, and I went through the training program. I found a department that fit me. I was able to grasp on to things, new things that I learned as I went on through that department. And after a while, it started to get boring to me, right? Because for one, I wasn't really doing what I really wanted to do, which was something, communications based. Well, later on, about probably almost my second year in, they actually ended up creating a position. So, I had always been very vocal about wanting to do something with communication. So, conveniently, they created a position when I was already thinking about quitting. And, at that moment, I could have still went on with, well, I want to quit and whatever, we'll figure it out. But I actually decided to go for it. Even though I felt like the verbiage that they used, they were looking for a specific something. And I said, you know what? At first I tried to talk myself out of it, but one of my friends actually said, man, you better apply for that. Like, you do all of this stuff on the regular entrepreneurially, right? So I put together this presentation, like this wonderful presentation, showcasing what I do on my blog, showcasing how it ties into the position. And I went in there and I pitched myself. And afterwards, they gave me feedback, and they gave me a little bit of pushback, and they gave me some follow-up questions, basically asking, do I really think that I could do this job? Like, why do I think that I will be able to do this job or make, create this system that they were trying to create? Between me and you, I personally know to this day, I would have been able to do that job, and I probably would have killed it because, for one, what they were asking for, I went to school for. So I didn't get the job, obviously. I probably thought myself out of it way before I even decided to go for it, to be honest. Because, a lot of times when we think negatively about something, and like I said in one of the books that I just finished reading, a lot of times, not even a lot of times, everything that happens in the world starts with a thought, right? So anything that we have, anything that was ever created, anything that happens, it started with something that somebody saw in their mind. That's where it came from. And a lot of times we do not only talk ourselves out of things, but we think ourselves out of things. So from the very beginning, I didn't feel like I was going to get it anyways. But the reason why I'm telling you that story is because I actually still went in there and I asked for the position. I created the presentation. I applied for it. I applied myself, and because I knew that I was qualified, but I just had to prove to them that I was. But the point of the matter is that even if they already knew who they were going to go with, I still took that chance and I asked for the opportunity. And I think that a lot of times we have, we're scared and we talk ourselves out of things, but that was a great learning opportunity for me as well. It was a great learning experience. And I'm even able to share this story with you today because a lot of times when we are rejected, that's an opportunity to learn and not to feel bad about it. It's just a learning opportunity. It's a coaching opportunity. So, aside from that, obviously that's one of the many rejections that I've experienced trying to work for people and do things that I went to school for. So obviously, what have I done since 2013, since I graduated? I have been creating my own opportunities and I have created my own lane, and I'm constantly building on that, right? So yes, I am asking for the opportunities. Even, even if I'm shot down, you always still want to be able to have that mindset where you can create your own, because later on, even while you're in your own lane, you're still going to have opportunities to where you have to ask for them. So even down to like doing speaking engagements, right? I was luckily enough for my first speaking engagement for someone to actually reach out to me because they happened to notice my brand. But a lot of times my counterparts will agree, a lot of my counterparts, they go out and they ask people for the opportunity. I actually just gave someone that very advice. They asked me, hey, how can I get into motivational speaking like you? What I literally told them, start looking at event boards, start keeping an eye on who's having things in the area, and ask for the opportunity. Because a lot of times we can't wait for someone to notice us. We can't wait for things to just happen. I probably could have had a quite a lot of speaking engagements if I actually would have went out and actually asked for them instead of waiting for someone to come to me. And I was actually very proud of myself because there was one that I had really I wanted to get involved in. I looked at it and I was like, okay, well, I don't feel like I'm there yet. We always in our mind have to have a level of being somewhere before we start to kind of try to approach things. But I went ahead and I applied for it because guess what? The advice that I'm giving you, I have to also take myself. I have to, I had to learn how to start being fearless and going after things that I want and not just waiting for them to happen. So the last point that I want to bring to you is always be willing to learn, right? So I told you about that story where I applied for the position that was created. I didn't get it, but it was a learning opportunity for me, right? I was able to take the constructive criticism as I do on the daily and take it and apply it and analyze it and figure out how I can learn from it. But constantly, aside from taking direction from other people, because we do have to be open to that, especially in the business world. And I was just telling a friend that last night. I'm also constantly reading, constantly listening to podcasts, constantly, talking to other people that are doing what they're doing. I'm opening, I've shadowed people. You know what I mean? So it's like, things are not going to happen just if you sit around and wait for them to happen. You literally have to go out, create opportunities, and also ask for opportunities. Because as I like to reiterate, just because you're an entrepreneur or you work for yourself, so I'm talking to both people that have jobs and they work for people and people that work for themselves, you still have to ask for opportunities, down to people wanting to get a vendor spot at my event that's coming up, right? That's, if someone comes to me and say, hey, I'm interested, how do I buy a table? That's asking for an opportunity. You know why? Because that's an opportunity for you to get your business in front of an audience that you wouldn't necessarily target on the regular. Ask for them. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just ask and never, ask and you shall receive, right? It's in the Bible. So that's all I have for you guys today. I am going to sit here and try to get some work done and get some stuff planned out for the week, because that's typically what I do on a Sunday around doing other types of work. So a lot of times I do pre-record my videos. It's just easier for me that way. So other than that, you guys have a positive week. Stay ambitious, stay motivated. That's my favorite affirmation because it came from the heart. It's something that I created. And, obviously those t-shirts are still available. People are getting their t-shirts, but we do have quite a few more left. So get them while supplies last. And I hope to see you all at the book launch event. It'll be wonderful. There's going to be food. There's going to be drinks. We're going to have an on-site photographer. There'll be music. It'll be great. It's a party. Essentially it's a party. There will be a program tied into it. I will discuss the book. I will even do a live reading from the book. And I will also have an activity for my audience. But other than that, we're just going to have a good time and we're going to celebrate life, okay? So I will talk to you guys in next week's video. And I just want to let you guys know I really enjoy talking these topics with you, because not only, do I aim to be successful, I want you guys to be successful with me. And I'm actually currently working on some programs to launch so that I can start working with you guys more personally via my website. So I look forward to that, and I look forward to talking to you guys again. If you have any questions or concerns, any comments, anything that you need help with, definitely feel free to email me. People email me all the time, and I do typically get back to them within 24 hours, just asking for career advice, how they should go about things. I love helping other people. That's exactly why I do what I do. It's not about me, it's about you guys. So, once again, have a great day, and stay ambitious, stay motivated.